Good morning, friends. In the previous lecture, we were carrying out the topic trigonometric ratios for some specific angles. And we also studied about three of the angles in the previous lectures, that was for theta equals to 30, 45 and 60. We have studied these three angles, or we have studied the trigonometric ratios for these three angles in the previous lecture. Now, in this lecture, we will carry out the trigonometric ratio for theta equals to 0 degree and 90 degree both. Right? But before starting with that, let us quickly revise what we have studied in the previous lecture. Right, so the trigonometric ratios for some specific angle, and again for angle theta equals to 30 degree, I have written the table here, that is sin 30, cos 30, tan 30 and so on. Let us see the values of each and every ratio. So sin 30 was 1/2, right? If we have the table, or if we have the notes that we have carried out in the previous lecture, then you can simply verify the values here. That sin 30 was equals to 1/2, cos 30 is equals to √3/2, tan 30 is equals to 1/√3, cot 30 was √3/1 or √3, sec 30 was equals to 2/√3 and cosec 30 is equals to 2. So these were the six values that we have studied for angle theta equals to 30 degree. Similarly, if I want to say that for angle theta equals to 45 degree, then what? So for that we will have sin 45 equals to 1/√2, cos 45 is equals to 1/√2 again, tan 45 was equals to 1, cot 45 was equals to 1, sec 45 that was equals to √2 and cosec 45 that was again equals to √2. So we had the six values here, that was for 45, and as I said in the previous lecture that you are going to remember this values here in bunches, like sin 45 and cos 45 are equal, tan 45 and cot 45 are equal, and sec 45 and cosec 45 are equal. So this were the six values for theta equals to, or for angle equals to 45, right? So firstly we have studied about angle theta equals to 30, the six values for theta equals to 45, and finally friends, we are going to study, or we are going to remember, quickly revise about for angle theta equals to 60, right? So let us see, sin 60 that is equals to √3/2, cos 60 that is equals to 1/2, tan 60 is equals to √3, cot 60 is equals to 1/√3, sec 60 is equals to 2, and cosec 60 is equals to 2/√3, right? So these are again six more values for theta equals to 60. So this were the 18 values, 6 plus 6 plus 6, 18 values that we have studied in the previous lecture. That was the trigonometric ratios for specific angles theta equals to 30, theta equals to 45 and theta equals to 60. Now let us move on with the rest of the two angles, that is theta equals to 0 and theta equals to 90. Okay, so let us carry on the calculation for theta equals to 0 first. For angle equals to 0 degree and 90 degree, right? In the previous lecture that we have seen, we had a triangle. Let me draw the triangle, a right angle triangle that we had with B as right angle. This is C and this is B. We will take this as our reference angle A, right? Now what you are going to do is you are going to make the angle 0. Which angle 0? This reference angle. Let me name this as theta, right? So for theta equals to 0, what happens? This side AC will come down here to AB. That means AC will overlap AB. Hence the condition becomes like, if I say that this is 0, then what happens is let me draw it again. A, B as 90, C, and this is my reference angle theta. If I want to make this angle theta equals to 0, then what happens is right. So here it was my A, this is my B, this is 90. It was 90 first of all. But what happened here, when this C has fallen down to B. એવું કહી શકાય કે આ C પોઈન્ટ છે ને એ સીધો B ઉપર આવી ગયો, એટલે અહીંયા જે એંગલ ફોર્મ થતો હતો એ હવે ક્યાં થઈ જશે? અહીંયા જ આવી જશે પાછો એંગલ બીજો પણ. એટલે આ B ની બાજુમાં હું C લખું તો ચાલે, અને અહીંયા હવે એંગલ કેવો થઈ ગયો? તો કે થીટા ઇક્વલ્સ ટુ 0 થઈ ગયું, રાઈટ? હજી એક એક્ઝામ્પલ. સપોઝ ઇફ આઈ ડ્રો એની એક્યુટ એંગલ, then you can say that this angle is, let us say, 40 degree. But what if I am not having any of the line here? Then what is this angle? This angle is nothing here, because whatever the angle here we had, ABC, is here. This is my A, this is my B, and this is my C itself, right? That means this AB has fallen to BC. એટલે AB ની જે સાઈડ છે, જે અહીંયા તમને એંગલ દેખાય છે, હવે એંગલ નથી, બંને એક જ લાઈન ઉપર છે. જો બંને એક જ લાઈન ઉપર હોય તો તમે શું એંગલ ફોર્મ કરો? સપોઝ અત્યારે આવી રીતના છે, આ બે માર્કર્સ છે. આઈ એમ હેવિંગ ધીસ ટુ માર્કર્સ હિયર. There is some angle between these two markers, you can see here. But what if I overlap these two markers like this? What is the angle now? There is no angle. So the angle here has become 0 degree, right? If angle A here, if this angle A, that is theta, becomes 0, right? So what to write down? That here side AC falls down to side AB overlapping it, and hence forming the angle theta equals to 0 degree, and hence forming the angle theta equals to 0 degree. So this angle theta equals to 0. See, AC falls down to AB, એટલે AC સાઈડ જે છે એ હવે AB ઉપર ફોલ થઈ જાય તો આ BC ની લેન્થ કેટલી થાય? Obviously 0. Therefore BC equals to 0 units. That is compulsory. forming to this. If theta is equals to 0, then the side BC becomes 0. What becomes 0? This side BC becomes 0 because there is no length now. બરોબર ને? અહીંયા આપણે એવું કીધું હતું કે આ બંને માર્કરની વચ્ચે એંગલ છે, તો આ બંને માર્કરની વચ્ચે એંગલ હતો ત્યારે આ પોઈન્ટ આટલી હાઈટ ઉપર હતો ને. હવે આમ મૂકી દઉં તો આ હાઈટ રહી નથી. સો ધેર ઇઝ નો હાઈટ and hence this BC becomes 0 units. So there is nothing to remember, and let AB equals to A units, or you can say that let AB equals to A units or A units એટલા માટે લખીએ કારણ કે length છે. You can say that AB equals to A. So in the previous case here we had this as A. This is now 0 in this case, right? So let me write down here, this is A, this is 0. Then what will be the length of side AC? Obviously it will be A only, no? Why? Because you can apply the Pythagoras Theorem here. That is A square plus 0 square equals to AC square, right? Therefore, hence, and let AB equals to A. So AC is also equals to A. So we got our sides here, AC equals to A. Is this thing clear? So that is the thing that we are going to remember. We got this AC equals to A, we have let AB equals to A, and we know that BC equals to 0. So if we are to find out the trigonometric ratios, therefore sine 0, that is opposite, side opposite to 0 upon hypotenuse. What is side opposite to 0? BC, right? Side opposite to 0 is BC upon AC cos 0. That is side adjacent to 0 divided by hypotenuse, that is AB upon AC. Then tan 0, that is equals to side opposite to 0 upon side adjacent to 0, that is BC upon AB. Cot 0, that is reverse of or inverse of tan 0, that is AB upon BC. Sec 0, which is equals to hypotenuse divided by the side adjacent to 0, and cosec 0, that is hypotenuse divided by side opposite to 0. So we got this 6 ratios here mentioning this sides. Okay, now let us put down the values. We had BC equals to 0 divided by AC. What is AC? A, right? 0 upon anything is 0. So we got the first ratio, sine 0 equals to 0. Then cos 0, side adjacent to 0, side adjacent to 0, that is A, and hypotenuse also we had A, so that is A upon A, which is equals to 1. Then tan 0, we had BC upon A, side opposite to 0 upon side adjacent to 0, so 0 upon A is again 0. Then cot 0, that means AB. What is AB? Side adjacent divided by side opposite, that is A upon 0. Now friends, what is A upon 0? Do you know what is the value of A upon 0 or any number divided by 0? The value of any number divided by 0, actually that is not defined. Right? The value of any number divided by 0 is actually not defined. So that will be not defined. Again, sec 0, that is inverse of cos 0, that will be again 1. And finally cosec 0, that is again inverse of sine 0, A upon 0, which is again not defined. So these are the 6 values for theta equals to 0 degree. Again, let me remind you friends that what we did here, we had this triangle as our reference triangle, and in this triangle friends, what we did was we simply made this side BC equals to 0 units. So we have taken BC equals to 0 units, but this becomes how 0 units? When this angle theta becomes 0 degree, at that time this side will fall onto this side, and hence this side, that means BC, here the hypotenuse will fall to the adjacent side, and hence the opposite side will become 0. So BC equals to 0 units or 0. We have let AB equals to A, and applying the Pythagoras theorem we will get AC also equals to A. We got the sides, so that is A, 0 and A, and hence we can simply find out the trigonometric ratios for theta equals to 0 degree, that is sin 0 equals to 0, cos 0 equals to 1, tan 0 equals to 0, cot 0 equals to not defined, sec 0 equals to 1, and cosec 0 equals to not defined. So previously we had 18 ratios for theta equals to 30, theta equals to 45, and theta equals to 60. Add 6 more ratios for theta equals to 0 degree now. So 18 plus 6 becomes 24. So we have studied 24 different ratios for angles 0, 30, 45 and 60. Is this thing clear? It might be clear, I think. If you are not clear, then please drop down a message here so that we can revise it in the next lecture. Now, after completing this, we shall move on to theta equals to 90 also. Take a look over it for a second. Note this down. Then we are going to move it for theta equals to 90. Okay, so let me erase this. Now, for theta equals to 90, we had the first one, the first derivation right now that we did was for theta equals to 0 degree. Now let us carry out for theta equals to 90. So again let me draw this triangle here. Now what I am going to do, in the previous case we had this as our reference angle, right? Now what, we will take this as again our reference angle only, that is our theta that I have taken here, and what we are going to do is, we are going to now make this angle as 90. So how to make this angle as 90? As and when we move this angle here to B, so if I move this point A, vertex A, to vertex B, then that becomes angle 90, because here will be some acute angle, any, between 90, 0 and 90. And if I want to make it perfect 90, then I need to move it to the right angle. So moving it to the right angle, this A will be moved here. So how will it move here? We are going to simply take out this side. So we have taken out this side, and this side will now move on to this side BC. Is this thing clear or not? Right. So what I am going to do is, I am going to take this A here to B. આપણે A ને ક્યાં લઈ જશું? B પાસે લઈ જશું. એટલે અહીંયા જે થીટા હતો એ હવે ક્યાં આવી જશે? અહીંયા આવી જશે. થીટા ઇક્વલ્સ ટુ 90 ડિગ્રી થઈ ગયો ને? તો આ થીટા 90 થઈ ગયું, બરોબર? આપણું હાઇપોટેન્યુસ હતું એ તો સેમ જ રહેવાનું. હવે અહીંયા આપણે શું લખીશું? ધેટ હિયર the vertex has moved from A to B, making an angle theta equals to 90 degree at B. Theta equals to 90 degree at B, and let BC equals to A. So we will let this equals to A, right? So if this theta equals to 90 degree becomes, then AB is equals to 0 units. In the previous case, what did we had? We had this side 0, BC equals to 0. Here we will have this as our 0 units. Why? Because this A has shifted to B. જો આ A અહીંયા B ઉપર આવી જાય તો હવે AB લેન્થ થાય જ નહીં ને. હું અત્યારે અહીંયા સુરેન્દ્રનગરમાં છું ને અમદાવાદ ત્યાં છે 110 કિલોમીટર દૂર. હવે હું અમદાવાદમાં જઈને ઊભો રહું તો મારું ને અમદાવાદનું ડિસ્ટન્સ શું? કાંઈ નહીં. અત્યારે હું ક્યાં છું? A ઉપર. અમદાવાદ ક્યાં છે? B ઉપર. બરોબર. હવે હું જ અહીંયા અમદાવાદમાં જોતો રહું તો મારું ને અમદાવાદનું ડિસ્ટન્સ 0 થઈ જાય ને. એટલે આપણે અહીંયા આ શું થઈ ગયું? AB equals to 0 units થઈ ગયું. Is it clear? So that becomes AB equals to 0 units. We have let BC equals to A. So this hypotenuse AC will also be equals to A. Why? Because this AB is 0, so AC will be perfectly moving on to BC, and hence this AC also becomes A. બરોબર ને? આ જે સાઈડ છે તમે અહીંયા આવી જશે. જો ન ખબર પડે તો ફરીને પાયથાગોરસ થિયરમ એપ્લાય કરી શકો. દેટ ઇઝ BC સ્ક્વેર પ્લસ AB સ્ક્વેર ઇક્વલ્સ ટુ AC સ્ક્વેર, A સ્ક્વેર પ્લસ 0 equals to AC square, and hence AC is equals to A. You can apply the Pythagoras theorem over there. So we got AC equals to A. We have let BC equals to A. We got, I think, all of our things. Theta equals to 90. We got this A 0 and this as again A. So now what is making a dou? That is the ratios. So for angle theta equals to 90 degree, we will have sin 90. So our 90 is here right now, right? But what will we take opposite side? This is the hypotenuse, this is not the opposite side. But actually friend, what happens is we have made this theta here. Theta આપણે actually લખ્યો છે ક્યાં 90, but આપણો રેફરન્સ એંગલ ક્યાં છે? અહીંયા છે. તો હવે આપણી ઓપોઝિટ સાઈડ શું થઈ ગઈ? આ થઈ ગઈ ને? Yes or no? Yes. So sin 90, this is our opposite side, this is our adjacent side, and this is our hypotenuse. The angle has shifted. This is our theta, this is our 90, because we are finding out for angle 90. But what is our reference angle? This. See, I have not erased this theta from here. મેં અહીંયાથી theta કાઢી નથી નાખ્યો. નથી કાઢ્યો ને? બરાબર. So this is our reference angle, but actually our theta is equals to 90. We are finding out for angle 90. So theta equals to 90 has sin 90 BC upon AC, cos 90 that is adjacent, AB upon AC, then tan 90 that is opposite upon adjacent. Then we have cot 90, inverse or reciprocal of tan 90, sec 90 that is equals to AC upon AB, and cosec 90 that is AC upon BC. So these are the 6 ratios that we are having: sin 90, cos 90, tan 90, cot 90, sec 90 and cosec 90. Let us quickly see by putting the values. So BC here, that is A upon A, you can cancel out A and A, hence this becomes 1. So sin 90 is equals to 1, cos 90 that is 0 upon A, which is equals to 0, cos 90 is equals to 0, tan 90 that is A upon 0, which is equals to not defined, right? So tan 90 is not defined. Cot 90, reciprocal of this, that is 0. upon A, which is equals to 0. Then sec 90 is reciprocal of cos, which is equals to A upon 0, which is again not defined. And finally cosec 90, that is reciprocal of sin 90, that does not make any sense in reciprocaling it, and hence that is equals to 1. So sin 90 is 1, cos 90 is 0, tan 90 is not defined, cot 90 is 0, sec 90 is not defined, and cosec 90 is 1. So in the previous video lecture we completed 18, in the previous topic we completed 6 more for theta equals to 0, and 6 more right now for theta equals to 90, adding up a total of 30 different trigonometric ratios for specific angles theta equals to 0, 30, 45, 60 and 90. And you need to remember each and every of them by heart. Is it clear? You need to remember each and every of them by heart, because whenever the question is asked in the examination for 2 marks or 3 marks approximately, at that times they might ask you for finding out the values or evaluation, and evaluation will be not simple. They will give you some 5, 6 or 7 values at a time, and you need to remember each and every one of them. If you make a mistake in putting any one of the value, then the question or the answer will be wrong for that particular marks. Is it clear? So let us quickly revise now. For theta equals to 90, that we had sin 90 is equals to 1, cos 90 is equals to 0, tan 90 is equals to not defined, cot 90 is equals to 0, sec 90 is equals to not defined, and cosec 90 is equals to 1. Okay, so that is it about the trigonometric ratios for some specific angles. Okay friends, so let us quickly write down all the values here on the board at a time, so that you can make a snapshot of this and you can archive it in your gallery. Then in the next lecture we are going to start with the sums related to trigonometric ratios for some specific angles. Okay, so first of all let me write down for angle 0 degree. For angle 0 degree, that is sin 0 is equals to 0, cos 0 is equals to 1, tan 0 is equals to 0, cot 0 is equals to not defined. I am writing it in short, and D. Then sec 0 is equals to 1 and cosec 0 is equals to not defined, ND, right? So that is the first one for theta equals to 0. Then for angle equals to 30 degree. For that we have sin 30, that is equals to 1 by 2, cos 30, that is equals to root 3 by 2, tan 30, that is equals to 1 by root 3. Then cot 30 is equals to root 3, sec 30 is equals to 2 by root 3, and cosec 30 is equals to 2. So these are the 6 values for angle 30. Then for angle equals to 45 degree, we have sine 45 is equals to 1 by root 2, cos 45 is equals to 1 by root 2, tan 45 equals to 1, cot 45 equals to 1, sec 45 equals to root 2, and cosec 45 is equals to root 2. So this 6 values will be for theta equals to 45 or angle 45. Then we will have for angle equals to 60 degree. For angle equals to 60 degree, we just need to cross multiply the values here as we seen in the last lecture, the previous video lecture, that is sine 60 that is equals to root 3 by 2, cos 60 that is equals to 1 by 2, tan 60 is equals to root 3, cot 60 is equals to 1 upon root 3, sec 60 is equals to 2, and cosec 60 is equals to 2 by root 3. So these are the 6 values for theta equals to 60, right? These are the 6 values for theta equals to 60. Now lastly, for angle is equals to 90 degree. So for angle equals to 90 degree, we will have sine 90 equals to 0, sine 90 equals to 1, cos 90 equals to 0, tan 90 is equals to shortly not defined nd, cot 90 is equals to 0, sec 90 is equals to shortly not defined nd, and cosec 90 is equals to 1. So 6 more, 6, 12, 18, 24 and 30, total 30 values each, 6 each for theta equals to 0, 30, 45, 60 and 90. You need to remember each and every one of these values that is written on the board, and that is again given in the tabular form in the book also. On page number 185 you can clearly see there that they have written the tabular format of this values that I have written here. The only thing that is the order has changed. This cot has come in the last place and I have written here in the 4th place. There is nothing different there, just need to maintain the order. Is this thing clear? So that's it about the trigonometric ratios for some specific angles. We have seen all 5 of the angles here, that is 0, 30, 60, 45 and 0, 30, 45, 60 and 90. Is it clear, friends? So that's it for today. In the next lecture we are going to start the sums related to the trigonometric ratios for some specific angles. Thank you, friends.